Hello, everyone. Sorry for the glitchy music. That's what I get for trying to play it over our local network here and trying to stream out at the same time. It's about 2 minutes to 7. Call this an early start. Whatever. Hello to Connor Cowan, our good game show friend. And hello, Michael. And we'll see who else drops by, if anybody else drops by tonight. Nick and Greg here. And there's a Christmas tree back there. And I didn't want to wear the ugly sweater. I wore it last night during our Zoom Christmas. And I didn't want to wear it again tonight. You know, 2 days in a row is a little much. I think I need a second ugly sweater for next year. I could find something. I'll find something. But anyway, it's we're in the second half, or whatever you want to call it, of Christmas Day. And it's been a holiday season unlike any other that we've ever been through, for reasons I don't need to mention. But most of us are here. We're still trying to stay healthy and trying to stay safe. And the point of this live stream is just to try to keep the positive vibes going, because we need as many positive vibes as we can get right now. It's been a challenging year. That's for sure. And I hope throughout the course of this live stream, however long it goes, that we don't get hangry. Because our Christmas Day tradition is to have Chinese food. Not necessarily due to the movie A Christmas Story. It's kind of inspired by it a little bit.
It's just one of the few things that's open on Christmas.
Yeah, but most of the restaurants around here weren't open earlier today. And now I think most of them are. And Connor says, greetings from Mena, Arkansas. Is that close to anything I would know of, Connor? Is that close to Little Rock, which is about the only thing I would know of in Arkansas? I'm no geography expert. I mean, I wouldn't do well on Jeopardy, would I? Greg told me a great quote, by the way, about Jeopardy the other day, about how the show decided what reruns they're going to show these couple of weeks before we see his final shows.
It's because Alex loved to travel so much.
Mm-hmm.
He loved geography.
Uh-huh.
So they asked him what his 3 favorite categories were. Categories about geography, movies, and movies about geography.
They never made a Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego movie. That we know for sure, right?
He was joking, of course, but still, those are the things he liked the most. So,
yes, indeed.
He had a passion for geography. He said, history is the past, but geography is the future.
Gotta know where you are going. I mean, and I've still got lots to learn about Metro Atlanta. There's still lots of places to see and lots of things to do. If we can ever get past COVID, I will start to explore again. But I haven't done a lot of that for obvious reasons. Michael asks, have you had any Karen encounters? LOL. I have personally not, save for necessities, I've not shopped in stores a lot at all since COVID began. I have stayed out of public 99% of the time, and I have to, because I have to remain healthy, because I have as far as communications go, I'm an essential worker, so I have to go to my job, and I have to stay healthy to keep everyone else healthy. And Greg, you've been working from home these 9 months. 9 months. My goodness. Oh, jeez. And I just realized we should have turned this light out back here. Can you do that, please, Greg? You'll see the tree better if we turn that light out back there. I didn't get the ring light out either. I'm the world's worst prepared. Oh, that's much better. There we go. I think we have enough light. I think we're good. Now you can see the tree much better. And you see we finally got our third poster on the wall back there. Mm-hmm. Greg picked that one out.
Yep, the Muppet movie.
Yep. We had a Muppets poster from the failed ABC series. That was 2015-16? Yeah. Yeah, and we're like, that we've got to take down that reminder of a series that could have been and miserably failed, So, what does he say there?
Michael says he's not going back to the office till March. Husband's not going back till July.
Wow. And that's if certain companies even go back to the office at all.
Yeah.
Period. Because we don't know. Are offices really necessary in some cases?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, collaboration is important, but the cost of not having a building versus the cost of having a building.
I mean, you don't have to pay all if you're renting. The company doesn't have to pay all that rent. Because my company's been renting the office space that we had, and nobody's used it since March.
But everyone's been doing their jobs all the same at home.
I think we've been a little bit more productive.
Really? Why would you say that?
I don't know. I mean, our numbers have been better, but I mean, of course, that's also because of the news cycle that we've had. But
Michael says, we just watched the Muppets Christmas Carol. It wasn't as good as I remembered it. You have a thought on that? Because I've never seen that.
No, I haven't seen it in a lot of years, but I remember liking it.
Is that the one with the jug band?
No,
that's something else entirely.
It's Emma Daughter's Jug Band Christmas is what you're thinking of.
Yeah, that's a different special.
No, this
entirely.
is the one with Michael Caine as Scrooge and Kermit as Bob Cratchit. Gonzo plays Charles Dickens.
Well, that's a combination, isn't it? No. But we need to watch Christmas movies. I mean, we are still 3 episodes behind on Star Trek Discovery, and that kind of would get our priority now because it's current material. We watched bits and pieces of A Christmas Story, the marathon on TBS, because why not? And that's getting ready to wind up here in the next hour.
Mm-hmm.
As it goes 8 to 8.
Yeah, they started doing it on TBS and TNT.
And is it not on TNT now?
No, they still do it on both.
Oh, on both?
Yeah, they do. One of them. Sorry. One of them they start the movie on the odd hours, and the other one they start the movie on the even hours.
Oh, interesting.
So at the top of the hour, at some point on Christmas Day, you can catch the start of the movie.
Interesting, Turner. Interesting. All right, let's see. We still have 2 concurrent viewers. So what else do you want to know, Michael? I know you're out there still. These live streams, as you well know, are a very low-key affair. We don't have lots of glorious things going on here. I mean, it's kind of... I had we got our new king size bed, and it's comfortable, but yet I still have my issues with getting to sleep, and it's been a battle night after night, and I'm trying to get off of taking Unisom to get to sleep. Am I still liking my blonde hair? Yes, I am. I mean, the dark roots are coming in.
Your roots are showing.
My roots are showing. So I'm not going to dye it again. This was probably a one time. Ooh, I've got light right on me right here from up there. I'm not going to win a lighting award for live streaming. I'll tell you that. That at least you can see us. Which is good, because when I started to hook equipment up about 30 minutes ago, my computer was being a little stupid, and I had to battle with it. But anyway, so I'm like my blonde hair, and I entertained a notion, and I'm not going through with it. And disclaimer, Michael, I'm not making a promise here. I thought that because we're starting to pick up subscribers again, we're almost at 300 now. And I thought I would make a bold claim that if we got 300, that I would dye my hair as a fiery redhead, And I thought, no, that's a little too far. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to let it grow out for a little bit longer before I'm probably not going to get a haircut till springtime. You should dye it blue. Again, I don't. It would be nice. It would be interesting, but I think this one time is fine for me. Because let me not. It costs a little over $100 to do this. With a good hairdresser friend of mine who did an awesome job. So I just can't plop that kind of money down every 3 or 4 months just to get my hair dyed. So, and I know we could get the hair dye and do it ourselves, but Greg,
I don't know.
You wouldn't want to do that, would you?
I wouldn't trust myself to do it right.
Do you believe him? Vote now. I mean, he doesn't even care to look at you when he says that, because he's got his face buried in his phone down there. We could be driving. You're an instigator? No, you're not an instigator. We instigate each other. You didn't do it. We're doing it. What are you looking at?
What?
You were looking at something.
I was reading the chat. The microphone is in my line of sight.
Oh. Well, do you want them to hear you? All right, then. I'll just move the microphone over here. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, a microphone can be in the shot. I mean...
Yeah, you can see the top of the microphone right here.
Yeah. Really? He says the thing that is I expect the least, but yet I expect him to say it because that's just how he is. What else can I say? Yeah, we're the most boring couple on YouTube right now, which is why this is not getting a lot of views. Plus, it's Christmas night. Tell us a funny story that happened recently. Well, there are some stories that are not fit for public consumption. One in particular. I mean, no, it's off. That's off the record. Let's see. Well, I will admit to waking up at 9 a.m. this morning and having leftover ham and watching Mission Impossible, the TV series. Greg's like, he ate all that ham?
You ate a third of the leftover ham.
I was hungry. Plus, you weren't going to wake up anytime soon. What would you rather... would you rather just have a third of the leftovers go bad? I thought so. You see, I try not to waste food, and he complains. I waste food, he complains. Oh, he doesn't say it out loud, but I know he's thinking it. I really do.
I want you to overeat.
That was the first argument. It's the holidays. Everybody's overeating. Right?
At least the ham turned out good.
Yeah. Oh, tell them the story about finding ham in your local supermarket.
Well, I went to Kroger first, and they had a good-sized ham, but it was like $30. I'm like, that's a little too much. I went next door to Publix, and they had pretty much the same ham for $10 less, so I got it there instead.
It's interesting to have a choice of grocery chains here in Metro Atlanta because, as you well know, we've shopped Kroger for years, and Publix was available in Knoxville. We just never went there.
I mean, I like Publix. They're a little bit, it's just, on most things, they're a little more pricey than other places, but not on ham, apparently.
And some things you expect to see lately are not there. Like, for example, you used to have about 10 different varieties of Spam, and now there's only like 3 on the shelf. And there's a whole lot of varieties of products that have just disappeared completely.
Yeah, the pandemic has made a lot of the manufacturers reevaluate their production line.
Cut down on the number of SKUs. I mean, I don't know what that stands for. I know what it is. It's a product number or whatever. They're basically cutting down on the amount of products they're producing.
When their main products are selling out too quickly, and their less popular ones aren't, then it's like, well, let's not make the less popular ones and make more of the more popular ones.
That didn't work with toilet paper.
Well.
Which I think they've started limiting the toilet paper around here again. Because the panic buying, I don't think ever really stopped. It may have just fell off for a bit, but now it's going back up because the cases are going back up, and I bet it's worse in Tennessee right now.
Apparently, that's the COVID-19 hotspot on the whole globe right now.
Are we surprised? Nope.
Considering who runs that state, no.
No, not at all. And in Knox County, trying to take away the powers of the health department, it just more mindless sheep. And I don't care to say that in public. Republicans are mindless sheep. Have you guys watched Soul yet? Tell me what that is, Greg.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I just know we haven't watched it.
It's a new Pixar movie, isn't it?
Oh. No, we haven't seen that.
Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Hey, Google.
They did it straight to
tell me about the movie Soul.
Soul is a 2020 movie directed by Pete Docter, starring Jamie Foxx, Daveed Diggs, and Tina Fey.
Middle school main teacher, his life hadn't gone quite the way he expected. His true passion is jazz, and he's good. When he travels to another realm to help someone find their passion, he soon discovers what it means to have soul. But what studio did it? It's Disney, so it's probably Pixar.
It went straight to Disney Plus, I saw.
Yeah. Yep, it is Pixar. I'm the world's worst lately when it comes to watching anything. I just am stuck in so much of a rut of watching the same old things over and over again. And we get so precious few hours together at all. And I'm the worst when it comes to watching anything. We don't have a Disney Plus subscription, so we won't be able to watch that particular movie anyway. And we, I don't know, we try to, I just have some reflux going on or something. Ooh, I feel awful. We just have some, we have to be very picky about what we choose to watch in the little time we have together. I mean, we've had yesterday and today together, and then the first consecutive days we've had together since September, I think. Because we usually take off of work around your birthday.
Yeah. We were both on Thanksgiving, but not the day after.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know when we'll have another day off together before our anniversary. Because that would be the next time that we take off. By the way, next March it will be 16 years since we became a couple. And that is just mind-boggling. That it has been that long. Seems like just yesterday I was blocking him online.
I know that story.
No, I'm not. Are you off between Christmas and New Year's? No, I'm not.
Nope.
This is my normal weekend is Thursday, Friday, so it just happened to fall right on the 2 days this year, on the 24th and 25th. Which means next year I'll have Christmas Eve off, but not Christmas Day. I'll have to ask for that.
Yeah, I requested a dot Christmas Eve and day this year, but I think it was mainly because I worked it last year. So.
And my workplace has a similar kind of policy in place where one person can't take the same holiday 2 years in a row.
I don't think we have that kind of policy, but I think it just worked out that way.
So 7 years for Michael and Ben next year. I mean, and it not only for us, but it'll be Rich and Jason. I don't know if they're listening in, but it'll be 16 years next year for them as well, since they became a couple. Next May, I believe. And it's just Christmas presents. Yeah, we got a few interesting Christmas presents. We mostly got gift cards, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, but our good friends Ron and Ethan got us something really, really, really awesome. Greg, would you get that over there, please? They got us, look at this, a candle. It says "Love is Love," and it is a big 3-wick candle.
It's an orangey smell.
Yeah, it's a very orangey smell. It says it's midnight citrus on the bottom. It's a big 24-ounce candle. And oh my goodness, I don't know where they got this from, but it smells wonderful. I wish you could smell it. And Red Leaf Home, Santa Rosa, California, made in Thailand, of course. You know, but it's a nice candle. And we got a couple other things from our Greg's brother Mike and his wife Jennifer. My brother and sister-in-law. They sent us a nice shopping bag and a nice what was that other thing? I don't remember what it was, but it is really nice. But it says "Love Wins," and our friends and family are good about getting us nice demonstrative items, you know. And let's see, our nephew Jared and his wife Tori got us a subscription to a film website, a 3-month subscription. And I'll be interested to see what movies I can find on that site. I will not use it right away. We also got some Target gift credit from Greg's other sister, Kathy. So we'll buy some things there. And you probably saw on social media the gifts that we got each other. Greg, what did you get me?
The 4K release of Mad Max.
The first Mad Max from '79. One of my very favorite movies. Yes, it's nice that we have supportive siblings. Greg's siblings are very much supportive, and everyone in Greg's family has always been very welcoming of me, and that's nice. And I wish I could say the same for my family. Sometimes the pain is just there, and I'm trying not to let it eat me, but it's really tough when you think your family accepts someone like Greg being my husband, but then they don't, all at the same time, by trying to frame it behind phrases and words and whatnot. And I'm just not going to go into it. It's not even worth it.
You didn't say what you got me.
Oh, yes. No, Michael, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Fury Road is one of his favorite movies. There's a Furiosa series coming up, I think. Is it a series or is it a movie? I saw something about that somewhere. I'm going to have to look that up. You're not a jerk, by the way. Okay? Not a jerk, not at all. I got Greg the Warner Archive release, Tex Avery's Screwball Classics Volume 2.
Yeah, I already had Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
Volume 2 just came out.
Uh-huh. And hopefully there will be a Volume 3, which should be the last of the shorts that they haven't released from the range of Tex Avery's days at MGM. Which, if you know animation history, you know he was with Warner Brothers before that. And I think his MGM cartoons are more well known than some of the ones he did at Warner Brothers.
Well, he was certainly given free reign at MGM.
What did you figure out why he left MGM for Universal? Did just his contract up?
Well, I think it was because MGM shut their cartoon division down.
Oh, that's right, because that's when the Tom and Jerry's ended too. Mm. Right? Okay, yeah. Thank you, Michel. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, or Michel. I mean, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that name, but that is nice. He says, you guys are relationship goals.
That's nice.
That's a nice comment. Thank you very much. We're just a normal old everyday couple, We argue, and we love, and we make up, but after being together for almost 16 years. And thank you, João Pedro. He agrees. Please forgive me for mispronouncing names. I have the worst time at pronouncing names. So there. Do you mind setting this back over there so I don't have to hold it? It's a heavy candle. It's like 24 ounces. It's a nice substantial candle, So, of course, we have no plans for New Year's next week. We're going to be here at home.
Yeah, let's toast to the new year here ourselves, I guess.
Yeah, we'll probably be watching on ABC, as most of everyone else does.
What's Times Square going to be like this year?
I don't know. They're not letting anybody in there. It's going to be completely closed off. I mean, obviously, the people performing all that are still going to be there. They've delivered the sign, so it's still going to happen.
So they're going to do it on TV with no people. It's going to be weird.
So I say this all the time, but when you say y'all argue, it's hard for me to imagine Greg in an argument or with a temper.
Well, not most of the time, but
I've made him mad. I definitely have made him mad. And he does yell back, and he has every right to, because I get very ignorant, stupid, and sometimes unreasonable, so I'm gosh, I'm going rather bashful here, but now that's not to say that sometimes you aren't wrong. Sometimes we're both wrong. You know, I mean, sometimes we just argue because we want to argue. You know. But yeah, Greg has a temper. You've never really, you won't see it on camera. That will never happen. You know. We have had arguments while recording vlogs. There's one great story I can tell here, and that this was a long time ago. We were coming back from one of our New York trips. I think it was the first one, or maybe it was the second one we vlogged, and we stopped off in Bristol, Virginia, Tennessee, right there on State Street, and Greg wouldn't hold my hand, and I asked him why. You remember what you said?
I don't remember exactly what I said, no.
You said you're not comfortable with doing it.
Mm.
And why weren't you comfortable with doing it?
It was just because of where we were and how backwards everybody there is.
And still is. You know, well, it's come real far because it's real interesting to see that there has been a couple of Pride celebrations in the Tri-Cities. There was going to be one in Kingsport last year, but it was going to be in Bristol last year.
Yeah, they already had it in Kingsport in Johnson City.
Yeah. And it got canceled because of COVID. But it's getting better. I'll never forget when we went to that first Tri-Pride that we were waiting to cross the street in downtown Johnson City, and some guy hollered out derogatory terms at us and other people. He said, "You're going to hell, you know that?" I did not answer back. I just, like, as Jinx Monsoon loves to say,
water off a duck's back.
Yeah. Water off a duck's back. Water off a duck's back. We didn't watch that Jinx and Ben de la Creme holiday special, did we?
Oh, no.
No, it should be available to us. It's on Hulu. Yeah, I live for people like Jinx and Dela, you know, because who will ever forget the infamous Dela eliminating herself off of All Stars 3. I'm going home. What? I hope you hit him. No, well, we were on a street corner. He was driving by. How in the world were we going to hit him? Think about that. Think about what you just said. What am I going to do? Go running down the street at him? Like a barking dog or something? Drive-by insulting. Said, "Oh, Reginald, I disagree." That's a Family Guy clip I'm referring to. Drive-by argument. Let's talk about what we hope for the new year, because we are just less than a week away from 2021 now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have my expectations too high, you know. But
I'm not expecting really anything, you know. I mean, I would expect that we would get to travel somewhere again, because for one thing, we have unused Airbnb credit we have to use.
Yeah, that expires at the end of next year.
Yep, that was going to be our 5th anniversary kind of low-key wedding, 5th wedding anniversary low-key trip, as we've said before. We were going to go to Savannah to the beach.
Yeah, but
it didn't happen. But at least it was nice of Airbnb to have a fund to pay the person or persons who was renting the place.
Yeah, so we canceled and got the voucher, and the person we were going to rent from still got paid.
Yes, but yet everyone has to live on $1,200 for 6 months. 9 months now.
That bill hasn't been signed, so who knows what's going to happen.
No, he wants to play golf.
Well, he says he's not.
Thousands of people are dying, and he wants to play golf. What did you say?
And pushing for $2,000, which Congress is never going to agree on.
What does he try to do? Say, well, I asked for more money.
That way it shifts the blame off him.
No, it's not going to shift the blame off of him because most of the 80 million people who voted for Biden know better. And we voted a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
We, as you probably saw, if you follow us on social media, we went down to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, our house, the home of Atlanta United and the Atlanta Falcons, and we just breezed right on through. It's nice when you have this place and they've set up like 100 voting booths.
Yeah, it was very easy and easy to stay socially distanced as well.
If anything, a big stadium is the ultimate place you could do social distancing. Yeah, Republicans voted down $2,000. Greg knows all too well about that because you follow politics like a hawk.
Yeah, I have to for work. But they say they're going to try again next week. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't think it's going to happen. Do you?
Who knows at this point?
I mean, do you think this, you personally, Greg, do you think the $600 amount is below expectations?
Oh yeah, that's not going to do anything for anybody.
What amount do you think is necessary here?
I don't know, but definitely not that.
I mean, do you think that America should have done what other countries have been doing in terms of providing continuous relief to people who have needed it?
Yeah.
To stimulate the economy?
Yeah, and I mean, I do think you should have to demonstrate the need because, you know, there are plenty of people who are still doing fine. I mean, we're still doing fine.
Yeah, we have done fine. And
if we didn't qualify for a government aid this time around, I would be fine with that. You know, give it to people who need it more.
Okay, question. Are those suspenders Greg is wearing, or are they part of his shirt?
No, they're suspenders.
You and your fashion. I mean, do you want to talk about your fashion for a moment?
Mm-hmm.
The audience is waiting.
I don't have anything to say.
Well, what is I'm curious to know what inspired your change in fashion over the past year or so.
I just wanted a different look, you know.
So he wears black all the time.
Not solid black.
Well, what do you call it then?
I mean, there's some red and some white in there.
But you wear any other primary colors. I mean, in the whole garb. I mean, I can't get you to wear blue or orange or red or polka dots or anything like that.
I like how I dress.
Does that mean you're never going to wear anything like that ever again?
I don't know.
Well, I don't want to tell you how to dress, but sometimes I might want to see you wear something a little more colorful. Oh. You see, we're heading down one of those paths here, and I better stop myself before we get into not so heated of a discussion, but I don't know. I have my feelings, but I don't want to tell him what to do. I never do. I never want to tell him what to do.
I also don't have my contacts in, so I have to lean closer to see.
Well, that's fine. This is an informal live stream. I am letting him be himself. I mean, I am letting him be himself because I'm just saying that once in a while I would like something different, but not all the time. I mean, would you agree that much?
I mean, that's what you're saying.
Huh?
So I agree that that's what you're saying.
But would you agree with if I wanted to see you wear something different once in a while?
I don't know, maybe.
Would you agree to that?
I don't know.
We haven't really discussed this in detail.
I don't know. Maybe.
There are several components of this we cannot discuss on camera. Well, my balls have been busted all right. Love Greg's style. Oh, well. He loves your style.
No, thank you.
I mean, I can agree to disagree. We'll put it that way. I can agree to disagree, but I'm not going to tell him how to dress as the same day he won't tell me how to dress. You know, I've always wanted to be not so flamboyant, but I've always wanted to be a little... I want my personality to be reflected in what I wear, you know, because I'm not the totally vivacious person you would expect me to be. I mean, there are certain instances that I could be reserved and low key and whatever. Like I'm not going to go crazy in something I wear to work or something, but if I'm going to go out. And I'm talking about times before COVID, and hopefully we'll get back there someday, that I'm going to make a statement with how I dress. I'm going to play by my rules and not anybody else's rules. You know, so that's how I feel about my fashion. And how do you feel about your fashion? Just you individually yourself.
I don't know, I just like being who I want to be, you know.
But it took you, and you don't have to answer this personally, but it took you a while to get to this point.
Yeah, I was always ultra shy and reserved, you know. But I've really worked on not being that way.
I mean, doing this channel for over 3 years now has really helped you come out of your shell a lot, and that wasn't an original intention.
You'll still see me and say I'm quiet and shy, but it's 10 times better than it used to be. So at least there's that.
Yeah, definitely. You've definitely taken more of an interest in cooking, finding new recipes and whatever, and finding what works, and then doing Greg's Kitchen videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have another one I have to edit, by the way, that we shot last week, and it was you making your holiday fudge.
Yeah.
And I asked Greg the other day, honestly, Greg, can I hold on to that for next Christmas? Because I'm like, it's not going to be right posting it in like the first or second week of January because it's a holiday recipe. But I can go ahead and edit it and get it ready and have it for next December, and then we'll do other Greg's Kitchen videos in between, By the way, I do want to go on the record here and say that in January, my Nick's Flicks series of looking at the Best Picture winners will definitely be coming back. I don't know which movie it is yet. We have several to choose from back there on the shelf, but we'll pick one, and that will be coming in the second half of January.
What are the Oscars going to be like this year?
They have really relaxed a lot of the eligibility rules. I work with someone in my job now who is also a film critic and an accredited film critic here in Atlanta. And he actually writes and has a blog, and he's a very, very awesome guy, And we have lots of conversation about film, and we talked about the Oscars one night. And he said that they've really relaxed the rules for what qualifies as a film this year, so that more streaming service contributions will be eligible for Oscars.
This could be the year that a streaming movie wins.
Wins Best Picture?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Google, when is the Academy Awards?
April 25th, 2021.
You see, it's even later than it has been.
It's
usually in
March.
February, early March. Now it's on April 25th.
Yeah.
Well, you can make fudge any time of the year.
Yeah, you can. I mean, there's nothing necessarily holiday related about it.
So, So based on your feedback, I may just go ahead and edit it and put it out, in the 1st of January,
Eat fudge all year.
Well, then why don't we make
I just
it
don't
then?
make it all year.
Really? 2 Oscar prediction videos. Oh, those are old ones.
You haven't done that in a long time.
No, because, we did on Oscar night in 2020, the night Parasite won Best Picture. We actually did pass around ballots in my hub, and we voted on all the categories. And I didn't win, but I think I was in 2nd or 3rd place. Someone else did better, and that's fine, But I got a lot of it right because I knew Parasite I had a feeling it was going to sweep the categories after I had seen it. But that was not the prediction I made. I thought it had a chance, if I remember correctly. God, it's just escaping me what I ultimately thought was going to win. I think I picked that 1917 was going to win. I definitely am glad that Roger Deakins won again for cinematography because he's just anything that man shoots is gold, and it's glad to see him get the recognition with that movie and the other movie for which escapes me right now. See, I'm terrible with memories. But it was a good movie. 1917 was a good movie. You haven't seen that.
No, I don't think so.
No, it was a really good movie. It was a really good, ambitious movie. It really took that idea that Hitchcock wanted to do with Rope and really took it and ran with that,
One continuous shot.
Yeah. And there were points where it goes completely to black, and those are clean cut points, So it just all worked. It just moved, and it didn't feel like it was over 2 hours long. It felt like it moved much faster than that, and that's a good thing when you have quite a large story on a high concept like that movie did, Did it screw you over, Michael, because wasn't it done in one shot? Well, it wasn't done all the way through in one continuous shot.
But there were a lot of continuous shots that went on for a long
The scenes
time.
were continuous. Yeah, the point of view and whatever, that was all continuous. But and I'm speaking by my experience as an editor here of anything, that you have to have places that you're going to have to end one part and begin another. I mean, the story is continuous, yes, and there were a couple points, if I remember correctly, where we did have a passage of time in between one point and another point where the story picks back up. Now, in the case of Hitchcock and Rope, it was supposed to be one continuous shot. See, that's what I thought, that most of your wrong guesses were 1917. And if you watch Rope, you can see where the film is being spliced to go from one take to another. I mean, it was an ambitious idea. It was just the technology wasn't all the way there to be able to do that sort of thing. And oddly enough, Rope has Martin Landau in it, doesn't it?
I don't remember.
Yes, it does. Hey, Google, was Martin Landau in Rope?
Here are some results from a search.
Oh, God. Google, you fail me again. Yeah, he was in Rope. I don't have to look that up. Yeah, he was in Rope. Anyway, I need to watch more Hitchcock movies too. There's still quite a few I haven't seen. Most of his later work I haven't watched.
Jimmy Stewart, John Dell, Farley Granger, Joan Chandler, Sir Cedric Hardwicke, Constance Collier, Douglas Dick, and Edith Evanson.
Oh, it's James Stewart. Okay, Martin Landau was in North by Northwest. Was he not? Yeah.
With Cary Grant?
Yeah. Yeah, he was in that movie.
Yeah, he was in that.
Yeah, okay. That's the one I was thinking of then. It's going to devolve into a Hitchcock discussion here. It's real interesting when you watch Martin Landau on Mission Impossible, you know, that he loved the great range of characters that he played on that show. And, of course, he was married to Barbara Bain, who was also on that show as Cinnamon at the time. But it's quite a shame how they all of a sudden were gone off the show in between seasons 3 and 4, you know. And can you hand me that book over there real quick? And the story is told well. There's a book we have, the Complete Mission Impossible Dossier. It really goes into a lot of great detail what happened in between that 3rd and 4th season, why they were put off the show. But that's a story for another day. All right, it is almost 10 to 8 here on the East Coast.
Yep.
And we're getting pretty hangry. I told you the hangry was going to come into this. Are you tugging at my... Do that again. He's tugging at my shirt sleeve. I do not know what that means. I really don't. I'm watching it on the program screen down here. Do that again. See? You can see it on camera. What is that supposed to mean? Why do you do anything that you do? Do you know anything?
Yeah.
You see, he just said he doesn't know anything. That I will remind you of this. I could use that in playful arguments. No. I won't be that low. I mean, I could be pretty low, but I'm not that low. I mean, how many YouTubers do you know of that are true and authentic in how they interact with each other? Do you think that some couples on this platform are just seemingly artificial?
I'm sure there's some of them are, you know, just playing it up for the camera.
I don't want to name names because then you could go down a road and then you could get in trouble and then you could ruin a possible friendship, you know. Suffice it to say that all the channels that are in our range of subscribers, yeah, we're all good, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not many. We'll never collaborate with channels with like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, you know. So I think it's safe to say there are like 2 or 3 channels out there I've come across in my time that it just seems like they are just so artificial, you know. I can have a few gig putting on an act for the camera. I won't, but I could. Oh, come on, Michael. Give us the names. What is it going to matter here? I mean, we'll discuss it. Greg probably doesn't know who they are anyway, so, but I might have an opinion. Let's get some fireworks going here. We won't really, but you never know. I mean, am I going to end up on TMZ with this? Oh, God, no. You know, in my job, I have to actually ingest that show. I don't sit through it and watch it, but I see enough of it to think it can be used to incite vomit at the drug rehab center, you know. But let's talk about the flip side of the coin. Are there any gay couples on YouTube that you really enjoy that you think they are 100% authentic? We know, of course, we love our Rich and Jason. We really do. I mean, they're great people, great individual. Oh, come on. You're not zipping your lips. You brought it up. You go through with it. I mean, for all those tickle questions we answered, I'm calling a favor. Uh-oh. I double dog dare you.
You're not gonna skip to the triple dog dare, are you?
What's in between that?
The triple dare.
Yeah. I triple dog dare you. Oh my.
He broke etiquette.
He broke etiquette. Went straight to the triple dog dare. Yes, you, Rich and Jason, Matt and Eric, they're great. I need to send them a message and say hi to them because I haven't talked to them in a while. Steps of Two Foreigners. That's a good one. I haven't watched enough of their videos, you know. Another favorite of ours, definitely Husband and Husband. You know, we live for it. They just bought a new house themselves.
Yeah,
they've been really schlepping the real estate lately.
Well, they said this was their dream house and they plan to stay there. So
maybe this is it for them. You know, they moved quickly for them.
Yeah, they weren't really happy with that townhouse that they were in.
Oh, we lived in a townhouse, and were we really happy?
Yeah.
I think it's safe to tell a story of what happened. Okay, this was when Greg got his first job out of college. We first moved to Knoxville. We lived there from February 2009 to October of 2011, right?
Yeah.
And there was one particular night. Okay, I'll name one that seemed a little. I'll come back to that. Okay. Message retracted. Okay. So there was one night that we got the components for taco salad. Okay. And I got the wrong kind of cheese.
Yeah, you got the spicy cheese.
And I just.
No, I told you it was the wrong cheese, and we have to go get something else or something.
And I went ballistic because I didn't feel like going back out. You know, I was like, well, what's the problem here? And I just totally wasn't having it anymore with being, well, whatever, you know. I mean, we're not. It's just long since passed, you know. So it's not an argument now. But we got in an argument, got too loud, and the neighbors called the police.
Who also happened to be the son and daughter-in-law of our landlord.
What? I didn't know that.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
How did you know that?
Because he told us that.
Well, I'd forgotten that.
Our landlord told us that.
Oh, well. But needless to say, he evicted. He gave us a month to move out at that point, which is how we ended up in the house we lived in for 7 years.
I think he was a little homophobic anyway.
Definitely pro Second Amendment.
Oh, yeah. We owned a gun shop.
Yeah, still does to this day. No, I honestly think that it happened at that time for a reason, that we needed to get away from there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, granted, I shouldn't have been arguing so much.
Our next place was a lot better, and our next landlord was very much a lot better. So.
Yeah, we were his only tenants and the only piece of property he had.
Yeah, and I think he sold it since then, after we moved out.
Yeah, I didn't think he wanted it anymore. Definitely, it was rather ironic. After we moved out of that house and moved here to Metro Atlanta, behind that house there was a recycling facility. And that place caught fire.
Yeah, they evacuated the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, which would have been the house we were living in, too.
I was still in Knoxville, but I was staying with a friend.
Yeah, we had long since had moved our stuff completely, you know, so. This is like about 6 months after we had moved?
Yeah.
Somewhere around in there, or somewhere around like spring or summer? Because you finally got out in the middle of the summer, so it was between January and July.
That recycling place was always a nuisance, though. There was trash would float over into our yard, and you're always wondering if something bad was going to happen over there.
Very much so. And then there was that warehouse across the street. Oh, that was annoying.
with the 18-wheelers that would park over there and run their engine all night, and the street was only about a car width.
Oh, it was wider than that.
Well,
it was more like
it was hard. Well, it was
car and a half.
Yeah, because you had to kind of get over in the grass to pass somebody. Yeah.
Well, that's long since in the past, you know. I mean, it was emotional leaving, as you saw in the vlogs back in the day, but I thought it just occurred to me it was rather ironic that it was pouring rain that night, you know, because it was like my emotions were pouring rain inside me too that night, which I'm not sad about it now. I mean, moved on, but it just, you had to have been there and been in the moment to understand how I felt at that time.
It was the end of a segment of our lives, I guess.
But we definitely didn't shed any tears over leaving that old apartment.
Oh,
Lord, no. Oh.
And we knew that was just kind of a stopover until we found the place we really wanted anyway.
And here we are, you know, in this nice condo. We have nice background, nice
neighbors, nice. The HOA fees are expensive, but the people who run it are nice and helpful. So.
They're not expensive.
Well, they're not that expensive.
Oh God, there was worse.
Yeah, that's true. There were a couple places we liked but passed on because the HOA was too high.
Yeah, one place in particular was double what we're paying here.
Yeah.
You know, that was that 620 Peachtree.
Yeah.
We walked by it on Thanksgiving night.
Yeah, we liked where, at least we didn't actually go in, but we liked the pictures of the place. But the rent and the price was good, but the HOA would have put it way out of our budget.
Yeah. Yeah, needless to say, no. The key is buying something that the payments are going to be in your budget, which this place is. So, all right. Let's see. Michael named a couple that aren't real: Marky Miller and Tyler Oakley. Oh my God!
Anybody of that ilk?
Yeah, no, ma'am. I mean, if he's a positive influence, fine. But he's plastic. He's pure plastic. I mean, I tried to watch Marky Miller one time and I could not get into it. There's that other couple. I cannot remember their names. That they have went by so many channel names in the past 2-3 years. Why are their names escaping me right now? One of them's name is Brandon. I cannot remember the other one's name. He's that one guy that had the very emotional, teary divorce video like 3-4 years ago. I cannot remember who in the world that is, but it's just bigger YouTubers are that way due to potential brand deals. Yeah, etc. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again: is that we don't want that kind of subscriber count. We like where we are. We like that we do this as
we're not looking to be famous or make money. We're just, it's a hobby, and we're making friends, and that's about it.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, you said it. Michael said, I also used to like Zach and Evan, and also Carson and Nate, but them seemed a little fake too. Now, something interesting about Carson and Nate is that they put out a video a few months ago, and in the video they said they were coming to Atlanta, and I commented on that video and said, congratulations, it'd be good to see another gay YouTube couple in Atlanta, and then the video disappeared. I don't think it was related to the comment I posted, but it seemed rather suspicious to me. And it didn't bother me. I mean, but I'm like, well, that's weird, Now, Zach and Evan, I still follow them on Instagram. They lived in Pittsburgh, and now they live in Chicago. And I don't know. I don't think I could ever be a flight attendant. I know you know who I'm referring to.
You have to be able to put on a little bit of a fake persona just to do that job. You know?
To be a flight attendant, yeah. You see, we're not in sync here. We're not in sync either. Oh, double entendre. Oh. I have the hair for it. You don't have the hair for it. Can we get you a wig? A platinum blonde wig? I mean, I don't know. I just hope that no one comes back and watches this video and think, oh, who do they think they are? Well, we're Nick and Greg, and our opinions matter. You know, if you put it online, we will judge you. Because we're the internet. And the internet is for the place for people to bitch about things. Especially movies. And Rick and Morty. I roll. Oh my goodness. I could not, for the life of me, I could not live a life of having product deals and having to say, this video is brought to you by X, Y, and Z. You know, if you go to this site and use this code, I can't do that. And maybe because, Gio and JC are here. No, nice to see you guys. Even wanted to say Merry Christmas. We're also another YouTube couple doing our thing on here. We welcome your judgment. Well, you guys are good. You guys are fine. We're just talking about those bigger channels with millions of subscribers, you know, that probably like 100,000 or more, you know. You know, I mean, are they really? Probably are, but they come off as fake, you know. So I'm not saying they're not real. This thing, there's a little shtick in there that doesn't make it seem real, you know? No debate there. They are very real and they are very authentic, and you guys are awesome, you know? So thank you for dropping by again. Yo, copy to this point of trash talking. I blame you for any potential blowback. Oh, bring it on. I'll take it, you know? I mean, but again, this is the internet and we will judge you because that's what the internet is for. It's for browbeating Republican blowhards. And we will say that in any open forum. I just realized I'm saying this while wearing red. And I'm wearing red because it's Christmas, not because of that. I mean, no endorsement deals for us. No, and I really, like I said, I don't need those. I mean, we both have good careers. We live within our means. We don't want to go start hawking products. You know, do you want a face as lovely as Greg's? Then use oil of Olay. You don't use oil of Olay.
No.
No, but the thing about it is that oil of Olay might send him something and tell him to fake it and say that, and that's exactly the point. You know, it's exactly the point. And that's not to say that endorsement deals aren't a good thing. If they're endorsing an actual useful product, then I can understand that, you know. Like there are some channels I watch that have nothing to do with LGBTQ people that actually do make sense, you know. Like I'm trying to think of an example here. Like there's a channel I watch, City Beautiful is the name of the channel, and they talk about Curiosity Stream or something like that, and it's just videos with information and all that, and I can understand that kind of thing. It's on topic and on point, but it just seems like sometimes that some of them are seemingly random, you know, like when Dollar Shave Club kept popping up in LGBT videos. You're like, what's the point? Yeah. Thanks, guys. Be merry and gay. Yes. Very much so. I mean, we don't want to go cliche like one of the Brady's movies in the 90s. Yeah, we're all gay. That was a bad joke. Bad joke in that movie. Okay. I'm officially hangry. Oh my goodness, I just looked at the thermometer and it's 26 degrees outside here. In Atlanta, it's 26 degrees right now.
Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah, it's cold, but we're getting hangry.
Yeah.
I watch Oversimplified. What is that? I'm gonna Google that real quick because come here, Google. Oh, okay. It's a channel. Okay. Yeah, I see it. They're talking about history on that channel. Yeah. And there are lots of other techie channels that I watch. I love TechMoan and Technology Connections. That's another great channel we watch. And another one that Greg loves is Glenn and Friends Cooking. They're in Canada, and you've gotten a couple of good recipes from that.
Or at least some recipe tips and things I was already making but was able to improve on.
Like your gravy, for example. You learn how to make gravy better. And he made great gravy last night for our ham, you know.
It's not that hard.
Yeah. It might be a Greg's Kitchen in the future. A comedy channel that oversimplifies historical events in a funny way. Okay, I could see, based on the thumbnails I was seeing, I get that. I really do. All right, so Chinese food is calling us. Come eat us. Ooh. Now making Chinese food sound like Halloween. Go eat dinner. We're going to be in the 40s tonight here in South Florida. We're going outside to make some s'mores on the fire now. Oh,
that's cold for South Florida.
That's cold for South Florida. Oh, but I would love the s'mores. I mean, who doesn't like s'mores?
You want some more?
Good night. Oh, can you believe he just said that? It's the one time in 8 hours he'll drop a bad pun like that on me. Oh. What can I do with you? Silent but hilarious, like I've said before. Okay. Go eat your s'mores, GOJC. Michael, thanks for coming by. Thank you, everyone. We're going to end it. Have a good night.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy New Year. If we don't talk to you before, we turn the clock around to 2021. Turn the calendar or whatever. All right. We love you guys. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you, okay? Bye.